What is up, YouTube? Today I'm coming back at you with another DVD/Blu-ray Pickups video, and I know I haven't been around in quite a long time. I've been working every single day for the past 72 days in a row, so I haven't really had an opportunity to film any of these, so I have quite a lot of a backlog here. I've got, let's see, probably about 14 or 15 different items here to show you guys, and got some DVDs, got some Blu-rays, got some box sets, got some limited edition stuff, so very, very cool and different amount of things and a lot of variety going on over here. So let's just get right into it. We'll go DVDs first, and then we'll go into the Blu-rays. So first thing I picked up was a movie that I got used, and this is a movie that I've been wanting to get. I haven't been like super looking for it or anything, but it's one that I've wanted to watch and own on physical media. I got this limited edition or a collector's edition of this movie on DVD, and that is The Sixth Sense. I got this for about like $4, I think. And it's the Vista series of The Sixth Sense. This is an M. Night Shyamalan movie. If you've never watched it, it's a twisty movie. It's got some twists and turns and stuff in it. And it's a nice like thriller, I would say. It's a very, very nice edition of this movie. Got a cool slip box here, and then the inside you've got some shiny artwork. And it just keeps going and into one of these flip case box styles. It's got some extra goodies in here as well, along with the 2 discs. You've got a little like making of booklet, and you also have some storyboard sequences in this envelope that are drawn out. So that's a nice little addition to this set. Always happy to have little things like that really make an edition of a movie special. So I'm really happy to own that one. And I slide it back in the case here. So it's a very cool edition of this movie. I'm not sure how common it is. I've never heard of the Vista series before. It seems like an older, sort of like Criterion type deal. I'm not sure if they're still around, if they still do stuff, but let me list off some of the special features on the back, because there are a lot of special features on this edition of the movie. So, you get Reflections from the Set, exclusive featurette, Between Two Worlds, exclusive feature on the paranormal, Moving Pictures, the storyboard process, exclusive feature. So those are the 3 that are exclusive to this set here. And then you also have the collectible stuff on the inside. Then you also get all of the special materials on the original DVD, including music and sound design, reaching the audience, rules and clues, deleted scenes, publicity, and filmmakers and cast bios. So, really cool edition. Got some special exclusive stuff on this version of the movie, and it comes with some really nice packaging. So, happy to own that one. Next movie I picked up from the Walmart bargain bin just because it's a comedy movie and I thought it was pretty funny when I first watched it. And it's just, you know, $3.75. Why not pick it up at that price? And I picked up The House with Will Ferrell and Amy Poehler. And this is a great comedy movie about a married couple that decides to start their own casino and to help fund their kids' college fund, I believe. So it's really interesting, it's really funny. I'm a big fan of Will Ferrell in comedy. It's just a bare bones edition, doesn't come with anything else, anything special. It has one special feature on the back here, and that is a gag reel, which are always fun to watch, especially in comedy movies like this. So, pretty decent movie, definitely recommend checking that one out if you've not seen it. The next movie I picked up used, and I have been looking for a copy of this movie for so long. I want to get this on Blu-ray, but the Blu-ray is really hard to find. I'm not sure why, because it's a really good movie by a really respected director, so you'd think it would be in print, but it's not. So it's really hard to find, and I got a bare bones copy of this movie, and I picked up Memento. This is a Christopher Nolan film. one of his very early works, and it's got Guy Pearce in it. And it's an amazing movie about a guy trying to solve the murder of his wife, and he has short-term memory loss. This is actually the Canadian release, as you can see on the back by the giant Canadian rating, because I got this from a used store in my parents' city. It's kind of close to the border, so you get a lot of Canadian releases there. But it should still work. I don't know if it has any special features. A lot of the Canadian releases, a lot of the Canadian bare bones releases don't have any special features whatsoever. So I'm guessing it's just the movie, probably with the French language track added on. So yeah, it does say it has a French language track as well. So yeah, I'm just happy to get any version of this movie at this point. I would like to upgrade this as soon as possible. It's a fantastic movie, a lot of twists, a lot of turns. If you like Christopher Nolan, this is definitely one to check out. He's my favorite director, and I highly recommend this movie. It's such a good movie. I would love to get a better edition of that movie if I could find one. Alright, so the next movie I picked up I bought from Amazon. I believe I got this for like $5 or something. I wanted to get this one because I saw it on a streaming app. I never actually finished watching it, but it's one that I saw a little bit of. And that is The Jade Pendant. The Jade Pendant is a movie that is, it's set in the Old West, and it's basically about the Chinese forced immigration into the United States for labor. And I saw probably about the first 10 or 15 minutes of this on Pluto TV on my iPad, and I decided that I wanted to get this movie and watch it in its full capacity. So I bought it, and I still have yet to watch it, but so far from what I've seen, it seems a really good movie. It's a small published movie. It doesn't say who publishes it. Crimson Forest, never even heard of them. But definitely worth checking out, I think, and I'm excited to see how this movie plays out in the end, and could be pretty interesting. I don't think it has any special features. It doesn't say if it does or does not. So I think it's just a bare bones release. I don't think this even has a Blu-ray release. I didn't see one when I was looking. So that's one that I need to check out. So these next two things are part of the same set. It's something that I needed, something I've already seen, but I needed both of these, and that is Vikings Season 4 Volume 1 and Vikings Season 4 Volume 2. These are the last seasons that I have seen. I have not seen any of Season 5 due to the way that they were presenting their streaming options for Vikings. They were basically they didn't allow some key episodes to be on any streaming service, not even their own streaming service on the History app. So I was unable to watch like the second episode of Vikings Season 5. So I just stopped watching it. But I did see both of these. This season was amazing. I really, really loved this season of Vikings. And I would love to see Season 5, but I'm basically at this point just waiting for him to come out on DVD, and I'll buy each individual volume, because it's probably going to be a 2-volume set again, and I'll wait till those come out and buy those and watch those. But great season. If you like Game of Thrones, this is a great option for you, because it's kind of got that same production quality, but it is set on actual history. Now, not everything is exactly historically accurate, but it does its best job at presenting historical accuracy and while keeping it entertaining. So it's really, really cool. Definitely worth checking out. One of my favorite TV shows right now, and very, very high production values. The next movie I picked up was a blind buy from the bargain bin. I just wanted to get a movie when I was at Walmart one day, so I picked this up from the bargain bin for $3.75, and I had never heard of it, and I have no idea what it's about. I really like the cover, so I decided to pick it up as a blind buy, and that is Nerve. It has Dave Franco and Emma Roberts, so Dave Franco is a pretty good actor, and I'm excited to see what this movie's about. It seems pretty cool. I haven't watched this one yet. Like I said, I've been working every single day for a while now, so I haven't had a chance to watch a lot of these movies, but I do plan on catching up on the ones that I have to watch still, and this one seems like an interesting movie. And it came with a digital code, which is always nice for something from the bargain bin. I don't know if it has any... Okay, it has some special features. Special features include creating Nerve, the fat Jewish gets the... some sort of outtakes. They've got a weird tagline for it, but it's an outtakes feature. And then the Governor's Ball Takeover. So 3 special features on this one. Pretty cool. Alright, the next thing I picked up on DVD, I picked up Used, and this is a continuation of a set of things that I've been looking to get. And this is South Park Seasons 6 through 10, so I have now South Park Seasons 1 through 10 incomplete. I've gotten them both in these small economy package line. I'm really a big fan of these because you get a bunch of seasons, a bunch of bang for your buck, and it seems like it has all of the special features of the individual seasons, which is really cool. I think this one includes one of my favorite episodes. I think this has the World of Warcraft episode in it. It has the Kung Fu episode, which I'm a really big fan of. That one's a really good episode. I think this might have the World of Warcraft episode on it too. So that's probably one of my favorite episodes and probably one of the most popular World of Warcraft episodes. And if that is on this set, I'm super happy because I've always wanted that. Also, apparently this has the Awesemo episode, which is pretty good as well. So, really happy to get this one. Definitely worth checking out if you can get these sets. I think I picked this up used for like $25, which is a steal, really. I know I haven't been saying prices of all these. Yeah, I think I have been saying the prices of all of them. Anyway, this is the last thing I got on DVD. This was a blind buy. I didn't know this was coming out. I actually got this early before it was supposed to be released. Walmart accidentally broke the street date by like 3 or 4 weeks because I saw this in store. I bought it immediately. Went on Amazon because I normally check for this series on Amazon on a periodic basis because I was trying to get the rest of the seasons because I only had season 1 previously. And these seasons are incredibly rare, or the old versions of these seasons are incredibly rare. And it came out like a month early in Walmart, so I picked it up for $50, and that is the complete Andromeda series. Now, this is by Lionsgate, because Lionsgate now own the rights to Andromeda. But this is complete seasons 1 through 5. I've actually started watching this. I'm still working through season 1. I think I'm towards the end of season 1. And I'm really enjoying it so far. It's very cheesy. If you like Buffy the Vampire Slayer, it's kind of got that same sort of cheesy vibe to it. But it does have some more serious elements, and I'm a huge fan of the special effects in this. And I used to watch this on TV as a kid. I used to watch it, it would just come on randomly and I would watch it. I never watched them in order though, so I'm really excited to finally get these and finally watch them in order. I always loved the design of the Andromeda ship. Now, there is one downside to the set. Yes, you do get every single season in here. The downside is Lionsgate doesn't provide any special features for any of the seasons on any of the discs. So this is a bare bones release. It's just, I think, 6 episodes per disc, and packaged in this economy packaging here. And so you don't really get a whole lot in this set other than just the episodes. So there still is a reason to buy the older sets, because the older sets are packed full of special features. So I'm not sure if the Canadian releases are, because Canada has their own release of this series that is compatible with US DVD players. However, I got all the seasons right here, and it's in a nice small set, so definitely happy to own that one, so I can finally check that one out. I'm enjoying that series so far, so. Let's move on to the Blu-rays that I picked up. So, got a couple different things on Blu-ray. Some of them are new, some of them are not. So the first thing I picked up is a set that I've been wanting to pick up for a very long time. I've just been waiting to find a decent set of it that had some special features, because I really like this set. It's one of my favorite superhero movies. And this one has really nice packaging too, and it's in really good shape, especially for the type of packaging that it is. And that is the Tobey Maguire SpiderMan Trilogy. I am a huge fan of these. I remember when Spider-Man first came out and I watched it for the first time, I just fell in love with that movie, the original Spider-Man movie. Fun fact, Spider-Man was the last movie that my family bought on VHS. The original Spider-Man. My parents didn't buy it. It was given to us as a gift because they weren't sure if we had a DVD player yet. And we did have a DVD player at the time, but it was the last movie we got on VHS. And it was the original Spider-Man, and I remember it fondly and watching it all the time. I'm a huge fan of this movie, and I'm finally happy to own all these on Blu-ray. It comes in a small cardboard folio type set here, and you get all 3 discs. Spider-Man 3 comes in a dual Blu-ray set, and it comes with a whole extra disc of special features on Spider-Man 3. The other 2 are just the standard single disc Blu-rays that do have some special features, so that is kind of nice. So let me list off some of the special features here. So Spider-Man, the original one, has a gag/outtake reel, costume and makeup test, historical documentary, Spider-Man, the Mythology of the 21st Century, screen tests of Tobey Maguire, J.K. Simmons, and CGI Spider-Man, which will be really, really cool. Director profile, and more is what it says. Spider-Man 2 has filmmaker, cast, and commentaries, Aquaman, 8 Arms to Hold You, 12-part making of The Amazing, and it just ends there, which is, I'm assuming, this movie. Comes with a blooper reel, visual effects breakdown, and more. Spider-Man 3 comes with grains of sand building the Sandman, reimagining the Goblin, covered in black creating Venom, on location New York and Cleveland, inside the editing room and the science of sound, and 3 stunt featurettes and more. So you have a lot of special features in this set. Really, really cool addition to the movie. I picked this one up used, I think, for $10 or something. So it's really good value and definitely worth checking out if you're a fan of Spider-Man. And Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man was my favorite and still is my favorite. Even though I love Tom Holland and I think he does an amazing job, my nostalgia really is for the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. Alright, so the next movie I picked up was another blind buy. I picked this one up as a blind buy literally just because of the art and the story synopsis on the back. I'm super excited to watch this. This is an anime movie. Haven't watched this one yet, but it is one that I'm really looking forward to seeing. And that is Makia, I believe is how you pronounce that. And it says, When the Promised Flower Blooms. Art style in this is amazing. I absolutely love the art style. It looks fantastic. It comes with a really nice slipcover. Basically, this is like about a girl who cannot age raising a human boy, and sort of the struggles and stuff that come with that. I'm assuming that's kind of what the synopsis in the back is telling me. And I'm just really excited to watch it just because it sounds super interesting. It does have some special features on the back. It just says a featurette of some sort, just says featurette, and trailers. So not a whole lot of special features packed in there, but definitely a cool looking movie for sure. Alright, so I'm going to stop the video here and I'm going to cut and do the rest of these 4 movies, so give me 1 second. Alright, we're back. Sorry about that jump cut. We were running pretty high on the time limit there, so continuing on, we have a movie that I already kind of owned, but this is like a different version of it, and that is Once Upon a Deadpool. I bought this brand new. I think it was $15 brand new. It's just a recut of Deadpool 2 in PG-13. I'm a huge fan of the Deadpool movies, so I just really wanted this. Not a whole lot of extra added content. I wish there was more added content to it to make it a little bit more of a value, but there's not really. I'm glad that they didn't charge full price for this Blu-ray. It was a little bit cheaper than a standard new Blu-ray, but there's not a lot of special features on this disc either. Basically, the only thing you're getting is the new cut of this Blu-ray. On the back here, you've got some screenshots, and it's just got a very interesting cover and stuff. I wish there were more of those Princess Bride cutaway moments. There's not really a whole lot of them. So it's just kind of an alright version of the movie. I definitely would say, if you haven't seen this movie, definitely pick up the rated R version. It's much better. And I kind of think that this should have just been a pack-in movie with a new Deadpool edition, sort of like how Logan had Logan Noir. I think that should have been sort of the same situation with this, but I digress. It's just a bare bones edition of this movie. It says on the back here, from the studio that brought you Anastasia and Ever After, comes this fairy tale that doesn't go by the book. Everyone's favorite disreputable superhero returns with a twist on Deadpool 2 that the whole gang can enjoy. So, just, you know, you got your Deadpool humor in PG-13, and I think it does a good job, but I think there should have been more added to it. Alright, so the next movie I picked up is one that I have seen. This was a blind buy. I'm a big fan of Korean movies, for those of you who don't know, and this one looked really interesting, and that is The Great Battle. This is a Korean movie about Korean history. Basically, this was about, I believe this is about, I watched this a while ago. I think this is about the Korean struggle against the invasion from China, and basically how they protected themselves from being invaded by China, I believe. And it is a really interesting movie. Obviously, some of the aspects of this movie are exaggerated. The action in this movie is fantastic. The practical effects and the visual effects are amazing in this movie. The quality of this movie is really, really, really good. The cinematography is fantastic. It's just a really, really well shot movie with really good effects. And it's just really well shot. Now, the only downside I have to this is the story moved very quickly, and it didn't spend very much time at all on the characters. So I feel like you're not really attached to the characters by the end of the movie, and this movie just felt like more of a spectacle to watch the great battles of history of Korea versus China. And, well, it's cool and all. I feel like this would have held much more weight and much more value if you would have spent more time on the actual story with the characters. I feel like that was a point that kind of fell short on this movie. Not to say that the story was bad by any means. I think it was a decent story. I just think that they could have spent more time fleshing out some of these characters in here. So it does come with some bonus features. Bonus features include production commentary about the characters and English language. So there is a dub to this movie. I watched the Korean version. I think the Korean version is the one to watch. Yeah, so definitely an interesting movie. If you're a fan of Korean movies, this is a good one to pick up. Especially if you like sort of medieval-y style movies. The next movie I picked up when it first came out, brand new. Most people have heard about this movie or seen it by now. And I picked up Aquaman. Really big fan of this movie. This movie was fantastic. I was actually really surprised. I saw this in theaters, and I was really surprised about how good this movie was. After coming from Justice League, I was not expecting much. And this movie really blew me away and really put a good foot forward for the DC Universe. And I really hope that they continue with the DC Universe as it is now. Having seen Shazam and Aquaman now, having seen both of these movies after Justice League, they both were fantastic. So I really hope they continue the DC Universe in the direction it's going. I hope they don't reboot it. Like, there's a lot of rumors that they're going to reboot the whole DC Universe, which would suck because I really like some of the casting choices they've got here. So I hope they continue on, and yeah, definitely got really happy to own this. Bunch of special features on this. Alright, so some of the special features, it comes with more than 60 minutes of behind-the-scenes action with the King of the Seven Seas, exclusive sneak peek of Shazam, going deep into the world of Aquaman, exploring the making of the movie, becoming Aquaman, enter the world of Jason Momoa, dark depths of the Black Manta, discover the history of Aquaman's deadliest foe, and more. I hate when they do and more. But, yeah. Really cool. Got a nice slipcover to it. It's got a nice textured feel to it. And underneath is the same thing in your standard case. So, really happy to own that one. The last movie I picked up was a movie I bought from Amazon. I think this was $5 as well. It's a Blu-ray. Really, really cool Blu-ray. And that is Clue the movie. For those of you who haven't watched this, this is a comedy movie based off the board game. And it is really, really well done. I absolutely love this movie. It's very unique. To those of you who have not watched this movie, there are 3 different endings to this movie. And the way that that works is, when you put this movie in, you have the choice of watching all 3 endings back to back, or you can have one play randomly. The old DVD did the same thing, so I'm pretty sure the DVD version should have the same thing. Because I had seen this quite a long time ago, and we watched it on DVD, and it did sort of the same thing. So, but the Blu-ray, obviously higher definition, better quality, and definitely worth picking up. It's a nice little comedy movie. If you're a fan of Monty Python style humor, you will appreciate this because it's got that same sort of a cheeky humor to it. Also, if you're a fan of Mel Brooks, I think you might like this as well. It's pretty much up that same sort of alley, and I think it's got that same sort of humor. So, there are 3 different endings, like I said, which makes this a very unique movie, and it's just really, really cool. Definitely happy to own this one. I've wanted this one for a while. It's got some really good high-name actors in it, too. It's got Christopher Lloyd, the guy who I can never remember. He played the original clown in It. I can never remember his name. Tim Curry. Tim Curry, that's what his name is. You also have the mom from Buffy the Vampire Slayer, whose name escapes me at this point in time. But it has a pretty decent cast of characters, so definitely worth checking out. Happy to own that one. So, that's everything that I picked up. Let's do a little bit of an overview for those of you who skipped to the end here. So the things I picked up on Blu-ray are these. So these are the Blu-rays that I picked up. And DVD is going to be a little bit harder to do because I got a lot more DVD stuff. Pull all these together. So I got these standard cases here. So these are some of the DVDs that I got. And I also got these 2 sets. So that's everything that I picked up in the if you have any comments, leave them in the comment box below. What did you guys pick up over these past 2 months? What do you guys think of the things that I did pick up? Have you seen some of these movies? What do you think of them? Always happy to discuss these things in the comment box below. I try to respond and read to every single comment that I can. So let me know what you guys think of the things that I picked up. Or do you have any recommendations? I'm always happy to hear recommendations. I pretty much try to watch everything you guys recommend. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.